All right, in this video, we're going to show you how to turn $500 into over $121,000 in 5 years or less. If you think that's impressive, what about $5,000 into over $1.2 million in 5 years? Keep watching and I'll get back with you at the end.
So you landed here with high hopes. Well, we'll do our best not to let you down. What we're going to share with you in this very short video is absolutely amazing. Let's face it, something just sounds too good to be true. And turning $500 into over $121,000 in 5 years, or $1,000 into $145,000, or $10,000 into $1.45 million in just 5 years definitely sounds too good to be true. Yet it's going on right underneath your nose as you listen. I assure you, it has nothing to do with stock, using options in the market, real estate, Bitcoin, gold, silver, or just about anything else that has just crossed your mind. So exactly how can you turn $500 into over $121,000 in 5 years? It's really quite simple, actually. All you need to do is earn 300% returns on your money and let it compound. We'll come back to earning 300% in a second. That's not too difficult. Our dad used to earn over 1,600% on his money, and you can learn how in our book, The Great American Retirement Hoax. We'll show you how to get a free copy of that later on as well, too. We just read an article that fewer than 30% of Americans actually understood what compound interest was or how it worked. That is an insanely low number for how amazing compounding interest can do to your money dramatically increasing. So here's a quick lesson, then we will get into the meat of this short presentation. Compounding is simply earning interest on your money and then earning interest on your money plus earning interest on the interest already earned. Let's take a look at this diagram to explain that fully. Let's start with just a penny and double the value every day. Essentially, we're getting 100% return on our money every day for a month. So day 1, you start with 1 penny. Then you double that or get your 100% return daily for 2 cents on day 2. Day 3, 4 cents, and so on and so forth until day 30, a month later, you have over $5 million. That's insane, and that's showing you what compounding interest can do. Do the math also if you don't believe me. So another way to look at what you just saw was that if you could earn 100% annual return on your money in a deferred or tax-free environment, starting with just 1 penny, you would have over $5 million in 30 years, all thanks to unbelievable returns and compounding. So now that we understand compounding a little bit more, let's take a look at this. Is this possible? Let's have 300% annual return compounding over 5 years, starting with $1,500. So you get that 300% return year in and year out, and on day 5, or year 5, you have that $121,000, all because of compounding and those great returns. Okay, now that we know the formula for growing your money like that, where can you go to find 300% annual returns? Of course, nobody can guarantee returns since nobody can predict the future. All we can speak to is what we have been proven in the past, and of course, we will share that with you once you're a tribesman. But let me ask you something. If we can prove this is exactly what happened in the past, actually better, and there is no reason to believe it won't happen again this year, wouldn't you consider setting aside at least $500 to take a chance? Heck, you spend more than that on your coffee, your gym membership, 3 months of cable, lottery tickets, or 1 month of 401k contributions set aside could handle that. Especially if the most you could lose was half of it. So in essence, risking $250 for an amazing chance at a little over $121,000 in 5 years. Listen, you and I both know that the only way you can receive those types of returns is by gambling, and specifically betting on sports events. Problem is that eventually you hand back all your winnings and then some, but we have a different twist. We are suggesting you allow a professional handicapper place your bets, and you just sit back and watch the results. I know, that takes some of the fun out of it, being able to not pick yourself, but it's all about winning, isn't it? Now, most professional handicappers are lucky to win 55% of the time. You'll come out ahead, but we need a better win percentage. Let's look at last year's results. But first, let's quickly look over this post in the Huffington Post, which is Wall Street comes to Sin City. Entity betting has arrived. Senate Bill 443 into law on June 2, 2015, allowing Nevada-based companies to place what are called pool wagers for members of the business. Continued, it says, one of those major benefits will be a level of transparency. The sports bettor will be able to watch an investment perform by watching the game. This differs greatly from the corporate boardroom, where the stock investor can only speculate as to why their stock rose or fell on a particular hour, day, or week. As more and more investors shed their bias and come to grips with the idea that odds for sporting events are the work of statisticians and math wizards running complex formulas, the liquidity of the market will steadily grow. This is an amazingly powerful article, basically saying that sports betting is not much different than what you're doing on Wall Street. But you get to speculate and actually watch what you have invested in by sitting and watching the sports actually unfold. So now let's jump online now and see real results of the 2014-2015 NCAA football and NCAA basketball seasons. So in this chart, the couple parts I want you to pay attention to are the investor starting bankroll, the date, and the investor ending bankroll, of course. So let's start down here on August 30th, 2014. An investor put $10,000 into his bankroll. And you can see the gross profit loss as of the bankroll in this column as well. So each sporting day, they'll give you the gross profit and loss they're receiving. So you can see he's growing and growing, and as they're getting positive growth, you can see the investor's ending bankroll grow as well. So we keep going up, going up. Of course, we have a negative day once in a while, but we'll keep going. And here are the days that they didn't bet, so you don't go positive or negative. So we started August 30th, 2014, all the way up to December 20th, 2014. The ending bankroll is $57,000. So he started with $10,000, and from August to December, it grew to $57,000. This investor decided to take out $32,000 and leave $25,000 in there to finish betting with. So they keep betting with the money, and he's getting his returns, and his bankroll is growing again. That's December 21st, 2014, all the way up to February 11th, 2015, where his ending pot is $172,000. And keep in mind, he pulled out $172,000 here, but he still had that $32,000 in his front pocket that he pulled out before. So he grew over $200,000 in profit from a $10,000 investment in just a couple months. Folks, this is insane, and these are real numbers. While we're here, let's take a look at their baseball picks as they're going on as I make this video. So what we are looking at now is the profits and losses as they bet currently on the baseball season, from May 24th all the way up to June 11th. So you can see they gross profit 17%, 6%, 2%. They did have a losing day here, and then they went up to 5% as well. Let's look at that in real numbers. So let's say we had a $500 investment while these baseball picks were going on. May 24th, they got that 17%, and you can see their money growing on the right here. So they got that 6%, 2%. They lost money on the 3rd, got 5%, 1%. So in 17 days, they turned their $500 into almost $600, which is a $100 gain on your money in 17 days. Folks, you would be thrilled to get a $5 raise on your money in a month with a Wall Street and your 401k. So earning $100 in 17 days is phenomenal. But baseball is up to you. We prefer more predictable college football and basketball. Do you really think, wouldn't you be tickled pink with just half of these results and very little downside risk? Do you think you can skip 1 month's 401k contribution to give this a try and go for it? Don't you realize that Wall Street is just one big casino too? They're just betting on businesses. At least sports, you could actually watch the action and have some fun. Unfortunately, we cannot show you any more at this time. You will understand in a moment. What we will tell you is there is a lot more to educate you on and many ways to reduce your risk even more, not just in this opportunity, but in all your venture, and increase your income today dramatically.
Wow, didn't that blow your mind? People are getting returns like this as we speak. To get more information on this opportunity and all the other opportunities you're about to see, you are going to have to become a tribesman. But why don't you continue watching the other videos and feel free to reach out to us anytime with any questions. Talk to you soon.